we have a view which technologies are changing the most our lives, but that's very short term. We know that digitalization is there. We know that biotech has a huge potential. We know that nanotechnologies are coming in the pipe very rapidly. This is the visibility horizon we have. 5 years or 10 years from now, it will have changed. So what matters at the end of the day, if we really want to look long term, is keep investing in brain juice, which is a resource which is growing. A lot of that is unemployed worldwide, and we Europeans have a good comparative advantage. So the issue is not so much in which directions. This will have to be managed. The issue is let's keep the capacity we have to create new ideas, new knowledge, to use it into new markets. Let's strive in order to do that. Compared to other places of this planet, Europe is good at science and not good at innovation. So we have a good market share in new knowledge creation. We roughly create 25% of new knowledge which is created worldwide every year, which with 7% of the population is a reasonable ratio, quite efficient. Where we are not good compared to US, Korea, Japan, and of course now China, is innovation, which is translating this new knowledge into markets, products, services that disrupt the normal functioning of markets and consumer habits. And this is where the best example being these GAFA. There is no European Google, Amazon, or Facebook or Apple for the moment, and this is a big problem for the future. The reasons why Europe is not as good as others in innovation are many. It's a very complex question because innovation is a system. Has to do with the internal market, for instance. We pretend we have an internal market in Europe. In many areas, if I'm an innovator, I only start with my little national market, to the difference of the US. So a deeper, stronger internal market is one of the solutions. We have a problem with our financial system, which is more risk adverse than in other places. The fact that most of the EU finance go through a banking system, as opposed to the US, where a large part of that go through financial markets and equity, the US financial system is more risk-friendly than the European financial system. This necessitates long-term changes. We need to make sure that our competition policy, and it is a worldwide competition policy, as you know, is also active in breaking monopolies or barriers that prevent the entry onto the market of innovation. So these are areas where we need to do more and be better. Well, first, we need to invest more in research and innovation. Not the least because others do it. And we are competing at the frontier of technology with US, with China, with Korea, with Japan. So we need to keep investing. And we need to invest more than others because our population is shrinking. So our growth in the future is much more dependent on productivity than in other places where population is growing, which is an important growth factor. So we need to invest more than others, and we need to invest more than in the past at EU level rather than at national level. Not that the national level will disappear. If we double the amount of money we spend on research and innovation at EU level, EU will be 20% of the total expenditure on research and innovation in Europe. So, and the reason why we need to do more at European level, because it's more efficient. There is no disagreement that 100 euros spent at EU level in research and development brings more result than 10 times 10 euros in the member states. And this is an effect of aggregation, critical mass, cross-sectoral, cross-discipline, cross-border cooperation, which brings a huge European added value. So this is one area where there is no dispute. Some people would say, oh, agriculture should be national and others should be European, or structural funds, or education, or transport. In research and innovation, there is no doubt that it is better done at EU level.